come out to succeed, but I know they're going just to get by, and that's really sad. There's like all these articles about the entitlement of millennials and all this attitude that like that they go in thinking they're this special unicorn, and then they get into the real world and find out how shitty it is. I always knew how shitty it was.
You always knew how shitty it was. So
yeah, well, my parents divorced when I was 3, and my stepmom was the only person in my immediate family that had college education, and that she only completed her bachelor's degree when I was in middle school at some point. So my mom needed 3 jobs at points in time to to feed me, and that's including the child support that she received from my dad. So I was always, once I was old enough, I was home alone a lot, watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer or other various television shows that were my entire life because I was very lonely. I was very lonely. My mom was always out working to support me. I never got to actually spend time with her.
So you knew that you had to have a job to get by. That's you've known that from
I always wanted to go to college because I didn't want to have to work 3 jobs in order to, my mom had a full-time job, and she also worked as a waitress at 2 different places, or she was a bartender and a waitress, or something where she subsisted off of tips. So if someone was in a bad mood, we wouldn't have as much money, and I didn't want that kind of life. I wanted stability. But
do you feel like you've been cheated almost? Do you think that maybe the idea of going to college kind of is false advertising to say that going to college will get you a degree that will get you a job?
I have a job. I have a job in the field that I went to school for. So in that regard, I don't feel cheated.
Do you feel like it was your own fault that you?
I feel trapped. I don't feel cheated.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is what I chose. This is my bed. Now I have to lie in it.
So you do take on responsibility.
Yeah. Again, I think that some of the people that, I know this one person who was super smart. I always thought he was smarter than me when we were in high school, and he went to American University. His parents paid for it. Do you even understand how many people I went to that fancy high school with that their parents paid for their school? I hate them. My best friend, actually both my best friends from that high school, both their parents paid for everything, and I still love them, but I kind of hate them a little bit because they don't understand. But all of my loans are in my name. I watch my mom, struggling, so I think it's a little different for me than